Yes, guys, how are we doing? Spurs Live here. We are back with a new video, new match preview. We are back with Spurs News in 17. Hang on here. Make sure you we provide you with the latest Tottenham Hotspur news. And I've been talking for myself for the past 3 minutes, but yeah, here we go. Here's Gareth. How are we, Gareth? Wait, here we go. How are we, Gareth?
Yo, what are you saying? No, I'm good, yeah, because you know why I'm good? Because I'm watching West Ham lose 1-0 to Alkmaar. I love that. Love
Oh,
that.
brilliant. We love to
Love
see
that.
that.
More importantly, people can see my face.
I know. What's happened? Did you fix your phone?
Nah, I just took my phone cover off. I mean, I had enough of that.
Nice.
Yeah, you know. Well, let
You
me
look
turn this
fresh now.
down.
You look fresh. All good now. How what's up? What's up? Now we got to Tottenham Hotspur now. What's up? How are we all doing?
Who, me? I'm
Yeah, how
good.
you doing? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good, man. I
You
mean,
look
at the
buzzing.
end of
What's
the
up?
day, it's a Thursday night. We're not used to playing on a Thursday, let's be honest, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's likely to happen next season. But honestly, it's fantastic. Like I got West Ham losing 1-0 to Alkmaar at home. It's a good night. It's
It's a
a good night.
fantastic night. It's a fantastic night. All right, let's not. Okay, this is not going to go well because I'm ready trying to figure out what I'm going to say. But let's go and talk about the Aston Villa versus Tottenham Hotspur game. I mean, as the title is shown, it's the battle for European football. It literally is, because we can say, yeah, Champions League football is what we want to get. European football is what we want to get. But realistically, Gareth, what are we going to get? Are we going to get Champions League football? Absolutely not. It's European football. So to answer the first question of the night, which is the battle for European football, does this game really determine who will get the European football, in your opinion?
I mean, obviously we saw it the weekend. Villa lost, which helped.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm cut in two minds. The reason why I say that is thinking about losing out on European football completely may be a good thing. I know a lot of people say no, we need to be in Europe. I need to be in. I mean, considering how the club's going, and sorry, my dog's barking at the door,
All good.
but how the club is it's very, there's a lot of ups and downs, uncertainties, etc. We need a bit more stability. So I mean, even if there's even if we
Like,
don't, if we don't make Europe, I think
yeah.
I don't
Is
think
that
it's a bad
positive?
thing. Yeah, no,
Okay, yeah.
me personally, I think it's a good thing. Me personally,
Yeah.
the reason why we can concentrate on the squad, concentrate on the league, building where we need to, not too many matches. Yeah, if we get into Europe, brilliant. Yeah, it's good. I know it's good for the fans because people see it on the Thursday, blah blah blah. But I mean, don't get me wrong. That's my personal opinion. At the end of the day, if we miss Europe, I don't think it's the end of the world. I think it may be good for us to build where we need to build.
I like that, because I kind of agree with you. I think if we do miss out on Europe, obviously I would love us to be in Europe. I love us to be in Champions League, yeah. But if we are out of Europe, that just makes us take a step back and say, hold on, let's reflect on the past 5-6 years of Tottenham Hotspur. Let's think deeply about what the problem is, because you know what, I'm gonna sit on the sidelines right now. Obviously, a lot of us are Daniel Levy out, but let's think about it, yeah. Levy, he ain't gonna be moved. He's not. He really isn't. Let's think realistically. He's not gonna be moved unless everyone from really goes and protests. He's not gonna be moved. So we need to think about this. How are we gonna now move forward as a club with Daniel Levy as chairman and with the players as so. And I think stepping out of Europe might help us reflect on, maybe, okay, let's compete in the league. Let's try get as high as possible, and let's have a reset because maybe we could say last season when we got in the Conference League that was sort of a reset, but you know was it though? How have we improved since then? How? A lot of the fan base have said, yeah, it's a positive to be out of European football. Last year or 2 years ago, when we were in Conference League, and at that time I agreed with them. But right now, sorry, I disagreed with them. But right now, I think I'm with you, Gareth. I think stepping out of European football is a big plus. Now, if we swap our position with Villa, how do you think Villa will do in European competitions? When we talk about European competitions, we talk about Conference League and we talk about Europe, like European UEFA Europa League.
I mean, at the end of the day, when you look at Villa, you look at Brighton as well. Brighton are in there. And both those teams, they've got good opportunity. They perform well during the season. And if they get there, good on them. Good
Yeah,
on them. But I don't think they're going to perform very well. I mean, because it's a different sort of situation. I mean, it's fair enough just playing the league, but then when you got to play the league, and then you got to play on Thursday nights, and then you got to play on the Sunday, and then it's hard. We all know
yeah,
that. You need a proper squad depth. We saw that with Everton and West Ham back in the day when they finished fairly high. I think they go into the qualifying and they struggled.
yeah.
And I don't even think they're qualified, to be quite honest with you. I could be wrong, but West Ham, I think they were in the Europa, and they struggled hard. It all comes down to squad depth. I'm not
Yeah.
saying we're brilliant, but I mean it requires a good amount of players in order to push through. Um, but
But do
with
you
that
think we
being,
have that squad depth? If we go into if we do go into Europa League, do we have the squad depth?
well, I don't know. The reason why I say that is, do we really? Looking at obviously Kane, I'll be very, 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 very surprised if Kane signs a contract. I'll be over the moon. Don't get me wrong. I'd love
Yeah.
him to stay until he retires by the age of 89. Yeah.
Yeah.
But realistically, he deserves to go. If he goes, no one can blame him. But
Yeah.
considering his contract, he's got a year left. Yeah. Spurs, Levy's not a stupid man when it comes to business. He don't know football, but he knows business. And when it
Yeah.
comes to business, you would sell the boy in the summer to
In
make
an
money.
instant.
Yeah, of course you would. Because come the January, you
Oh,
know
you
we can
started.
do a
Yeah,
pre-agreement.
slightly like you slightly like lagged out there. Do you mind going back on what you said?
Yeah, with Kane.
Yeah, you said if he doesn't sign a contract,
Yeah, no, I don't think he's going to sign a contract, and I don't
right?
think many fans can blame him for not signing a contract. I mean, we all love the boy
100%,
to bits. He's a Spurs legend. We get that, but he deserves to move on because we've been absolutely rubbish. I get that,
100%.
but with
I agree.
Levy, you have to sell him in the summer. If you can't
Yeah,
guarantee that contract extension, you have to sell him in the summer. You can't risk potentially signing another contract come January, and then you got all the big boys, which they will. All the big boys, the Man Cities, Uniteds, Real Madrids, Barcelona's come in and go, listen, we'll offer you this much, and then we're done. So
yeah,
if he doesn't agree a contract in the foreseeable future, I think we'll sell him in summer. So,
yeah,
not to go too much on to away, but when you talk about squad depth, potentially losing Kane, we got Dan Juma on loan, which we're not going to potentially extend or purchase. Why blows my nut?
yeah.
And then you got Longley. Longley, apparently, he's going to be returning to Barcelona.
But that's the thing. But we had it's so funny. We had so many rumors. There's so many reporters saying. We even discussed it. You and I saying Lenglet to Tottenham once before. How much was it? 14 mil or was it
Yeah.
12 mil? I can't remember. And then you got now another report says he's going to go home. It's just a mess.
I
It's
mean,
a mess
that's
right
what no, going back to that, I personally, I'm saying 14 million for
now. Yeah.
Longley is a steal. I'm not saying he's the best in the world. I'm not saying he's world class, but I mean, considering the quality of player he has in this market, 14 million is nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. I'll tell you what, I'll chop off my left leg to get rid of Dyer. I'll have Longley over Dyer any day. Any
Okay.
day.
In the centre bit, it all day in the centre bit. If Lenglet was to like instantly swap out Dyer, would you like Lenglet to be in the midfield, like in this central centre back position?
Yes. I'd rather have
Okay. Yeah.
Loris playing the centre back than Dyer. But no, jokes aside,
Yeah.
realistically, going back to the game, we had a Palace. I mean,
Yeah.
Dyer was off. Obviously, you had Longley in the centre. He picked up a bit of an injury. Apparently, reports are saying he'll be fine, which is brilliant. But
Yeah.
we were defensively sound. We were really good, really, really good. And like I spoke to the followers and I spoke to the fans and blah, blah, blah. And
Mhm.
I said, I think we ended on 53% possession throughout the game. I've not
Yeah.
seen those numbers for months.
And
I
but
mean,
do you think it's also could have also been because of the change of formation as well?
yeah,
Because if you think about it, when we play 4-4-2 in the midfield, it
yeah.
allows Son and Porro to help the midfield. Allows who was the midfield that started? Was it Skip and Hoiberg?
Yeah, Skip and
It was
Hoiberg, yeah.
skipping away, yeah, yeah. So it allows them to also feel more comfortable on the ball. Look, Gav, I want to turn towards the Premier League because this is a match preview. So let's have a look at the Premier League standings as it is. By the way, guys, I have put up the StreamYard. If you guys do want to come join on, you're more than welcome. Now look, what this we've had a look about this couple times this season, you and I, and looking at this now, how and what position do you think Tottenham Hotspur are in? Are they in a good position? Are they in a bad position? Obviously, we can say they're in a bad position, but if you think about it, they've had a complete crap show, a crap year, and they're sixth. They are well, yeah, they're 57th points, 62 is Liverpool, and then you got 55 Brighton, but Brighton have 2 games in hand. Can Brighton overtake Tottenham Hotspur? Yeah, can Brighton basically overtake Tottenham Hotspur?
I mean, I was quite shocked with regards to Brighton losing what they did with against Everton. Just shows obviously the quality of the Premier League. There's no ways anyone would have put their money on Everton beating Brighton at them sort of goal score anyway. Um,
Yeah.
Brighton's doing brilliantly. Um, Looking at the table, realistically, as a fan, Spurs fan, anything above Liverpool, Liverpool and above, we need to
Yeah.
forget about
Okay.
because
Yeah.
we ain't going to get there. So realistically, looking at it now, it's between Spurs, Brighton, and Villa. I know that
hmm
sounds sad, but let's
That's the
be
levels.
realistic.
That's the
That
levels.
is what it is, isn't it? Um, I just, honestly, Brighton are flying. I mean, yeah, they had a shit game, but we had a lot of bad games. So,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I personally think Brighton are going to bounce back. They got Arsenal at the weekend, um, to which I think that potentially could cause another upset. I mean, they've done it against United. I
Yeah.
think that's the thing about football. You just never know. But
I'm looking though specifically at that Aston Villa point though. Look at that eighth spot. It's 54 points. I mean, after 3 games, they're bang ahead of us. Um, I mean, it's very, very, very tight for the sixth, seventh, eighth. Um, coming to this game, Villa will have most of the momentum. Even though Tottenham did win their last game, Villa just absolutely on fire. I mean,
yeah,
Unai Emery ball, absolute class. Though they
we
lost
don't
one
like
nil.
him very much, though, do we?
No, no, no. I mean, of course you don't, but you do get me there by
Yeah,
saying that his ball is
yeah,
is
no, they're doing
absolutely
well.
phenomenal. Well, look, that's it for the Premier League review. And now, look, we do have Aston Villa, who are huge contender for the European spot. Does this also affect our transfer market coming into the summer. If you do you get what I'm saying? Because we're gonna go into summer thinking we can get a decent players. If I may say so myself, decent players. Because at the end of the day, we may not be the best, but we are Tottenham Hotspur. And money talks. We talk as well. And I do think we can get some decent players in. But Aston Villa and Brighton, if they do finish above us, that can really uh, sort of take a sharp knife and just stab it straight into the transfer window for us. How far does this match between Aston Villa go? Because if we do lose to Aston Villa, and they do finish above us, transfer targets are gonna have to shift up. Our mentality will just absolutely, it's just gonna be finished. I know I'm bragging on a little bit, but if you understand what I'm saying, I'm talking about this game. Like I said about every game, it's just so big. What are your thoughts
I,
on it?
I mean, realistically, if you look at it when it comes to Brighton, Villa, and Spurs, you can't compare us. And the reason why I say that is, yeah, we might finish below them, but it's the same as going, do you want to go Brighton, Villa, or Chelsea? Well, you're going to go
Brighton,
Chelsea,
Villa,
then, yeah.
or Chelsea? Yeah, probably
Do you know what
Chelsea.
I mean? I'm not
Yeah,
saying like, what I'm saying is, we've got the status, we've got the level of play, we've got the great grounds, but I think we got the buying power over those two, even if they
yeah.
finish above us. Um, but
And that
then,
is
like,
and that is to thanks to Levy though. At the end of the day, that is thanks to Levy. Even though I don't like the Donny, it is thanks to Levy that we do have the buying sort of mentality. At the end of the day, everything that we do in terms of buying, if we buy the correct players, it's Levy. If we buy the incorrect players, it's Levy. So
if we don't buy any players as Levy,
exactly. No, but my point in this whole thing, I hate going back to Levy. I'm sorry for doing this, guys. But if we do give praise, if we do give, if we do contradict Levy's decisions with players, then we also have to give him uh some of the positivity when he does sign correct players, such as Shimon's son, or give me another one, or let's say Hoiberg. Right now, I know what you're thinking. Right now, we're gonna go into transfer window. Okay. Oh, question here. If we go into transfer window, yeah, and we sign, I don't know, flipping, too many from Real Madrid. We signed too many from Real Madrid. Who is that thanks to though?
I'm just going to put it out there.
Yeah.
I don't thank Levy for nothing.
Okay.
I've been a Spurs supporter long enough, and he's fucked the club. Yeah. Well, like all due respect, I understand he gave us a stadium. I don't need no fucking go kart track, mate. I'm
I
not a
I,
go
I
kart, but that's what I'm saying. The thing is, with Levy, it does me nut. They go, oh, we've just signed the contract for this and this and this. They've signed contracts for everything but football related shit.
yeah.
I mean, you got Paratici. Obviously, he was doing on the dodgy, easy. But when you come to actual signings, that's where the football director comes, or director of football, sorry, comes in. He's
Yeah.
the person that goes to Levy. Levy just signs it off.
So who's
Um,
been the football director in the past before Paratici for the past 10
well, I
years?
think who did we have? We had what's the guy from Roma? We had a guy from Roma.
Um.
Long, I think it started with an M. I'm not even quite sure. Uh,
Yeah, I'll quickly find it.
I think it was from Roma.
Um.
Saying Mancini or something like that. I'm not quite sure. But
Oh yes. I know you're talking about.
yeah. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Which
I believe he come from Roma. I mean,
Mancini.
I don't know. Is there comments? Drop your comments below. Obviously,
Yeah. Comment down below who it was. Oh, um, Gaz had to go. He probably will be back soon. But comment down below who was the football director before Fabio Paratici. But my point is, yeah, I can't stand Levy. But there's one thing that I've got to say thank you to, is that the fact is, let's say Harry Kane, bringing up Harry Kane, that's not that's not anyone else. Yeah, you can give credit to Poch, but mainly it's um Daniel Levy. Although at some point though, Daniel Levy has been has been very much at blame to a lot of the stuff, and a lot to do with the football director. What are you laughing at, Gareth? Huh?
No, I try to do a search. That's how you know I'm getting old. I try to do a search and disconnecting myself. Oh,
It's all good. I've looked for it. Tottenham director of football history.
he had a proper perm going on.
Yeah, the comments will probably find him. Steve Hitchin, Franco Baldini.
Yeah, that's it. It was a Baldini. I mean, obviously, we had Hitchin, the board bloke. And then obviously he left because Paratici took over and he didn't want to have. He was a bit upset and he had
Ramon Planes, Frank Arneson, Paul Kelmsley, David Pleat. Nah.
Oh yeah, that's going back. That.
Yeah.
I mean, we obviously we had Hitchin, but he had a little box of tissues because he was crying over Paratici taking too much
money.
Yeah, too much control in the matter. But yeah, mate, you're from AS Roma. But saying that, I mean, going on to Nagelsmann, he's the boy we need. We need that. I mean, they were saying about someone young, Nagelsmann. Yeah. I think he's only 34, 35, or I mean,
project ideas.
He's the guy we need, but he won't commit until we get a director of football because he wants a clear path. He wants a plan. He wants to know which direction the club's moving in. And I mean, you can't blame the bloke. Hence why he turned down Chelsea, because Chelsea is an absolute shit show. So hence why sources are saying that Spurs are looking for a director of football prior to going forward with the actual permanent role of a manager. And
I think that's clever.
Yeah, no, it is. But that makes me also think, though, is everything points towards Nagelsmann because
I get what you're saying.
Do you know what I mean? So they're looking for the director of football. They want to appoint it, and then so they can go back to him and go, listen, this is who we got for him to go yes or no. So I like literally, I posted on another page saying, if we don't get Nagelsmann, I'll pick out my own eyeballs. Because I feel that it's kind of, Spurs at the end of the day, but everything points to him. There must be. We have to get him. I mean,
I think it's the common ground at Tottenham Hotspur. I think right now, Daniel Levy. I think he wants a project manager. I don't
know why. Sorry, Josh. I don't understand what took so long to get that sort of manager. Why go for Mourinho? He wants the money. Why go for Conte? He wants the money. That is not what Spurs are about. We do not give money when you want it. So why go for them? They're managers that want to win now. Spurs have never been like that. So we've absolutely flopped over the last 3 years because I don't know what they're on about. At least Nagelsmann, I get obviously Bayern Munich, but he wants a long-term project. And I'm all for it.
It has to be Nagelsmann, and it has to be Nagelsmann. If not Nagelsmann, then it would have been Company. But even him, I would have also questioned, because if he was to do, let's say, he was to get Tottenham Hotspur fourth for 2 years and then win us a trophy. Hang on, what is that? Can you hear that? Hang on. Oh no, can you hear that sound? Hang on, let's see. Oh yeah. Basically, so if we do sign Vincent Kompany, then he would leave after 2 years to go for a much bigger team. But look, Gareth, I want to continue. Let's take a very, very short break of about literally 30 seconds, and we will talk about the formation change for Tottenham Hotspur. Yes, guys. guys. Thanks for the short break. I was able to do so
Said
much in that
30
break.
seconds.
Huh?
You said 30 seconds.
It's all good. It's all good. You can eat. Go for it, mate. Don't you worry. It's all good. Hang on, I'm just gonna put you on mute. Just when you want to talk, just unmute yourself, just because you can hear the background things. But go for it. No worries. Don't worry, Gav. But look, I'm gonna share the formation. So sorry guys, if you really want to unmute, you can unmute, whatever. It's calm. So look, you can see how Aston Villa are put out a 4-4-2 formation. It's going to be equivalent to Tottenham Hotspur in my opinion, and in our opinion, as the lineup prediction will be coming out tonight or tomorrow. We'll have to decide. Very quick question: Keep Mason. Gareth, is that a yes or no?
For the remainder of the season, yes. For long term, no.
Brilliant. I mean, I kind of agree. I mean, what do you mean kind of? I do agree. Does Mason have any future managing team? I think he does. I really do think he does. But it will take him time. Give him time. He needs to gain experience. He needs to play. He needs to manage big teams. It's you. You have an echo. Who's you? Someone needs to be muted. Yep, we know. There's an echo on your side, Josh. No, I don't think there is an echo on my side. If so, if so, let me know if there is. I will change it now. But look, let's look at the formation right now. As we can see, they're playing a 4-4-2. They will be literally destroying us in the midfield. If we don't play four in the midfield, Tyrone Mings is probably going to start. Obviously, Kronz is probably going to start. Ashley Young is probably going to start. Martinez obviously going to start. Ollie Watkins, Buendia, Traore. I'm not sure if McGinn's going to start. I'm not too sure. Ramsey's probably going to start. That's really all I know about it. Although it's going to be a big game. 4-4-2. They're going to be playing very good football as Unai Emery does. And I've always been a fan of Unai Emery's football, except for when he was at Arsenal, because I hate Arsenal. Sorry about that. But so Gareth, coming up to the game, are you looking at this formation? Do I need to zoom in? I'll zoom in a little bit. There we go. Let's zoom in a little bit. Looking at this formation, does any part of it scare you slightly?
Ollie Watkins.
100%. 100%.
He's the one we need to watch out for because he's clinical in front of goal. He's been shit hot. But Ramsey, I mean, Ramsey's he's a great diamond in the rough. He is. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's come through Villa's academy. He's done really well.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've got Douglas Luiz, you've got James McGinn, Traore. I mean, realistically, if you look at their team, I mean, it looks solid. I mean, you've got Mings, Konsa at the back. I think Mings is a decent defender. And then you've got Martinez, who we've potentially been linked with. So,
What's your opinion on Martinez as a goalkeeper in general? What is your opinion on it?
Mate, I'd love to get him purely because of Arsenal, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I'd love to get him. Absolute ultimate shithousery, mate. He would just cause havoc. I'd love that.
He's the complete opposite of Hugo Lloris.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we need. When you're looking at it, you need people like Romero. You need them dirty sort of players. You know what I mean? And Martinez takes all them boxes. And if he comes to Spurs, can you imagine that? If he comes to Spurs against Arsenal and he saves a pen or clean sheet or just a corner or something like that, he'll create absolute havoc. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And also, he'll be commanding the defense.
He's got that sort of experience. Well, saying that, Lloris should have had that experience. I mean, we discussed this before anyway. Obviously, he's been our captain for a long time. I don't actually understand why, because I don't believe he never had that captaincy qualities. He never spoke out when he needed to. He was never outspoken to the defence. He never authorised or demanded certain things.
Yeah.
It was very quiet, and that's not what you need in a captain. So I'm glad
Hmm.
he's got. I know it sounds really bad, but we definitely need to improve in the goalkeeping situation.
Department. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I full on agree, and I think something that's important to notice in this formation is that, especially that Emi Martinez will be commanding his box like mental, and Unai Emery as a coach, I'm going to keep on saying this. He's phenomenal. He really is phenomenal, and if Tottenham Hotspur do sign Martinez, in my opinion, I think they'll take them to different levels. Honestly, different levels, and it's only for the greater good for us, in my opinion. Only for the greater good. Um, Anything else you want to add on in this formation here?
I mean, they're running a 4-4-2, which I think we should do the same based on Palace. I understand we mixed around a bit, but obviously you had Emerson on the right,
Yeah,
and then you had Poro, which I thought run really well. Looking at their formation, I don't know. It's a hard one. It is a hard one. It's going to be a tough match. Are we playing at Villa Park as well?
yeah, we're playing at Villa Park.
Yeah,
I'm just
that's
going to
a
get the
major.
lineup of Tottenham Hotspur up. Here we go. Just going to get this up as well. Okay, you can't share two screens, can you? No, you can't. Here, I'll share the screen of Tottenham Hotspur. There we go. Here. What are your thoughts? It's
Um,
not like this in the real game though. It's Forster, Emerson, Romero, Lenglet, Davis, Poro, Skip, Hoiberg, Son, Kane, and Richarlison.
I like that. I do like that, but realistically, if you drop to the 4-4-2, you're gonna have you're gonna have Son on the left playing left mid.
Yeah,
You're gonna have Poro right mid, and then you're gonna have Kane and Richarlison up front.
yeah.
Um, well, no, I like that. That's the
It's not
thing. I
bad.
like that. I like
Yeah.
that because if we run exactly how we done formation wise as we did against Palace, it was good. I enjoyed it, and I probably can speak for a lot of fans saying that it's probably one of the best matches we've watched for some time. I mean, we
Hmm.
had a good ball possession. We kept hold of the ball. We were solid in the back. Um, I enjoyed it generally. I thought we played really well.
Yeah.
Um, so I think Mason needs to keep the same squad as what he did against Palace and just run with that.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I want Tottenham Hotspur to play the same team. Um, Important for me though to see Kane and Richarlison link up more. Not necessarily. Hang on. Not necessarily Kane and Son, because I think we tried that this year, hasn't really worked out. Time for Kane and Richie. Gareth, any last words regarding this formation before we end the show?
Obviously, no, it's going to be a tough match at the end of the day. Um, we just need to give it our all. I'm sure, I trust in Mason. I do like Mason,
Yeah.
but it's just I don't have enough confidence for him leading us long term. Do you know what I mean? Um,
Hmm.
I just hope he sets out like we did against Palace, and
100%.
it's going to be a hard match. Simple as
Definitely.
that. I mean, if
Totally
we
agree.
come away with a win, we've done well.
Gas. I think oh, hang on. I think coming away with a win versus Villa right now would be absolute phenomenal. They're playing good football. We're playing crap football. And at the end of the day, we're playing away. And last time we won away from home was absolutely ages. So Gareth, look, um, score predictions for Tottenham Hotspur versus Aston Villa.
Whew. Against Spurs. It's Spurs at the end of the day. Um, I'm going 2-1 Spurs. Let's go.
Who's scoring?
Oi. I'm going to go Richie. I'm going to go Kane.
And for Villa?
Ollie Watkins.
Of course, yeah, yeah, of course. For me, I'm gonna go with a solid. I'm gonna go for a 1-1. I'm gonna go for 1-1. I think I'm not too confident for this game. I think Villa are gonna come up and be more aggressive. They know their formation much better than Tottenham do. Gonna go for 1-1. I think Sonny's gonna get on a key on the sheet on the scoring sheet again. And I think who do I think is gonna score? I think Martinez is gonna score. No, no. I think probably a goal from one of the defenders in a corner kick. As we absolutely just lose it, or it's an Ollie Watkins blinder. But Gareth, any last words before we end the show?
No, obviously, I appreciate you having me on. Boys and girls, whoever's watching this, most of my I say streams, most of my posts, in-depth analysis is all done over Instagram. Spurs
Phenomenal work.
News, appreciate that. Spurs News N17. I'd appreciate a follow, comment. I tend to obviously interact with a lot of my followers. But that's it. Like, we all here for the same club, and I appreciate the support. Thank you.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. We love to see it. Guys, this is his page. Get him to 5.1k. Amazing work, amazing work. We'd love to see it. Good to have some people here, like ourselves, who
My
we
phone's
actually
just
give
died.
the news. So big up yourself, Gareth. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining, Gareth. Appreciate it, mate.
Fucking hell, my phone's just fucking died.
Well, look, we're gonna end the show here. Absolutely phenomenal guest. Gareth, guys, if you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, we're so close to 1.1k. 1,010 subscribers. No, I'm joking. I ain't gonna tell you lot to subscribe. Just subscribe. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully this match preview was good for you. And really helped you understand a bit more about what Tottenham Hotspur are about to face versus Aston Villa, how they are gonna approach the game, and a little bit more of a tactical analysis regarding the game. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, enable those notifications so you know next time when we upload. So next time you know when we upload. And I'll catch you in a bit. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Spurs.